So copy my screen okay, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. If having any technical trouble or if you have any trouble seeing the screen or hearing the audio, just feel free to use that chat button on top of your screen. Just let us know and we'll try any technical issues that may come up. Should pretty smooth sailing though.
Well, used before, right, Michelle?
Oh yes. Kyle and I are old pros.
If you are joining us for second or third webinar, so we appreciate that you enough value to join us more than once. We'll be starting promptly at the bottom of the hour in about a minute or so. And welcome to LiveLOOK's August webinar. Today's topic is what you don't know about your customer can hurt you. What coping technologies place in this customer service toolbox is. We're so glad you join us. Today's presentation will take about 30 minutes and then about 15 minutes of question and answer after that. Michelle will describe how to submit your questions as we go along. And I'd like to introduce to today our presenter, Michelle. Michelle is LiveLOOK's Marketing Director. She works closely with LiveLOOK's clients to understand what their customer service goals are and the role of co-browsing in meeting those goals. Michelle has been the voice of Michelle's webinar series for the past year and enjoys compiling and sharing helpful information within the customer service community. So I'll turn it over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle, and welcome everyone to LiveLOOK's August webinar. We're going to be talking about the gaps that some companies find in their customer service strategy. Co-browsing tools can help fill in blanks. So companies are looking for a complete view of their online customers. There we go. As we go, you're welcome to ask questions by using the Q&A box at the top of your screen. Or if you prefer, you can email Kyle at kwilliams@livelook.com, and he will answer those questions at the end of today's session. We do have about 30 minutes of content to talk about, and we've left 15 minutes at the end for our Q&A. We're going to keep to our allotted time, so if any questions don't get answered, we'll package those up and we'll send those out through email afterwards. We'll be sending a PDF copy of this presentation, and we'll record a webinar today. So we'll send you that link as well by the end of the week so you can rewatch it, share it with your colleagues, or refer to it later. To get started, just a little bit more about me. My name is Michelle Bruzio, and I'm the Marketing Director with LiveLOOK. I've been here for about 2.5 years. I really enjoy working with companies that are focused on improving their online customer experience. So I hope you find the materials we put together for you today to be useful. So a few quick notes on who LiveLOOK is. We're the world's most deployed co-browse technology. We're in 20% of Fortune 100 companies. That number should be at about 25% the end of this quarter. And we'll run some major enterprise deployments in the coming months. We're the recognized leader in this space, and we're known for developing innovative new solutions that continuously evolve to meet our customers' needs and address all changes that occur technology-wise with browsers across operating systems and different devices and platforms. Who uses LiveLOOK? Companies all around the world in all different industries. We are particularly popular with companies that fall in regulated industries like financial services, retail, and insurance because our secure architecture and our unique privacy options. We are deployed at ACE, American Express, Lynch, and beyond those verticals, we also work with major retailers, online universities, online software and technology brands like TurboTax and Quicken. As those direct engagements were also white labeled by or integrated directly into some of the most widely used customer engagement platforms in the United States. So Oracle right now, Inactive Intelligence, Moxie, LivePerson, Avaya, all of these companies use LiveLOOK as their co-browse technology partner. Just a few examples of some companies that are using LiveLOOK. So is co-browse technology. To start the conversation off, I just want to give you a brief explanation and I'll show you an example of how it works. Browsing is, in essence, like screen sharing. It's like the WebEx that we're using right now. But it's flipped around, so it's not a company showing you their name. It's not showing you my presentation, and it's not a salesperson showing customer a diagram or a proposal. It's a customer who shares screen to a company representative so that they can get help finding something or doing something online. And you can't ask a customer to sign up for a screen sharing tool and it'll show you his screen. You have to make it really easy. So just one click of a button and that's it. No delays, just an instant visual connection between a customer and an agent. That's what co-browsing is. Experience the live co-browse session. I'll show you how it works. And you can feel free to email me. You all have my email address. Or email Kyle if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one live demo, and we'll set up a meeting with your team and show you exactly how co-browsing works step by step. Here's just a basic example. You have a website and your customer's online. They're having trouble finding something, or they have a question about a form that they're filling out. There's some reason that they need help. So the customer calls into the contact center, and the agent, instead of asking a bunch of questions to get a sense of where that customer is on the site, on the issue that he's experiencing, they suggest co-browsing. He directs the customer to a hovering button on the edge of the page. And in this example, we have our button on the bottom right corner, and we labeled it as Live Expert, but that's totally configurable. The customer hovers over the button, a message appears giving some additional information about what co-browsing is or what the button does, and that messaging is also configurable. The customer clicks the button, a window expands with more information, and this could contain a special phone number to call or just main customer service number for customers not already on the phone with an agent. And it's configurable to communicate whatever the customer needs to know in order to proceed. The window displays a 5 or 6 digit session ID code. The agent side, the agent has an agent console on his computer or on his tablet or even on his mobile phone. This console is accessed by a link. It can be embedded easily within any existing agent panels or workflows. That makes accessing it really easy. It can also be added right to the agent system tray on a desktop or a laptop computer by downloading a small widget. In the console, that agent just enters the 5 or 6 digit code that the customer relayed on the phone. He click connect, and that's it. It typically takes under 5 seconds to connect. will then continue to see that same co-browsing tab on the website, but now it reads disconnect. And that button to end the session at any time. And closing the browser will also end the session. This is an example of co-browsing during a phone interaction with like a click-to-call type solution. Co-browse button can be built into the click-to-call window to make it really easy to establish a session right from there. And chat we can integrate seamlessly, so you can order your agent to suggest co-browsing using a pre-formatted link. And that link instantly connects when it's clicked without the need to lay a session ID number at all. So, understanding our customers. Companies invest significant time and money in programs and technologies meant to better understand their customers. It's important to have a clear picture of who your customer is and what they want. And it's important to keep track of that information because it changes and it needs to be segmented. And it's important to tie that information into actionable strategies that help you better serve your customers. So we'll take a look now at some of the technologies companies are utilizing to help understand their customers in order to help identify the gap that many customers have in that understanding. And we'll talk about how that gap can be easily filled utilizing co-browsing technology. Voice of the customer initiatives, the common key to understanding your customer. Can market research, focus groups, utilizing VOC tools and technologies. This can provide a company with a really good, solid understanding of what your customers' expectations are, what they want from you, what they want from your products, how they want to be communicated to, and what their loyalty drivers are. VOC is a really good springboard to getting a very clear picture of who your customers are and what you can do to better serve them. IVR is another important tool in getting a solid understanding of your customer and what he wants or needs in real time. So utilizing well-designed IVR technology, you're going to be able to arm your customer service agent with important information about your customer's profile and what his current problem or question is, ensuring that your customer gets to the correct agent in order to resolve his question or issue as well. So your company has this good framework for understanding your customers using VOC, and adding an IVR gives you another layer of information to help you understand how to help them in real time. Now, coupled with that IVR, there's likely a robust CRM system in place as well. So it can match a call up with the customer's detailed customer history. It gives you even more depth of the customer during this real-time live interaction. It gives your agents access to his account information, his history of doing business with your company, maybe what his preferences are, his customer category, and it may show the agent opportunities for leveraging the relationship with this customer, opportunities to upsell and cross-sell services. So this is often a shared value between marketing and the customer care team. By analyzing the way your customers behave online or interact with you across channels, the sentiment of customer feedback, and measuring performance against changes and updates made to your customer-facing technologies, all types of reports are going to give you an even stronger picture of your customer as he evolves over time, as you keep evolving to meet your customer's needs. And most importantly, analytics are key to determining the ROI of your customer service initiatives in general. Studies are another tool in the customer service toolbox aimed at understanding customers. Smart companies in this type of study ahead of any changes to their customer-facing websites or web tools. In these studies, companies can tweak the way that self-service tools are configured and make these things easy for customers, but that they also get the benefit of understanding the way customers interact with their web tools and web properties, what they want to see, where they want to see it, and in general, just how tech savvy their customers are. Tool in the customer service toolbox aimed at helping understand the customer is a robust knowledge base for keeping track of customer queries and issues and responses. By utilizing the knowledge base as a tool to drive improvements, you not only have this repository of information available to your agents, but you'll have this constantly updated pool of information about your customers that you can draw from as you strategize on ways to improve customer service and the customer's online experience. So you have at least some or most of these technologies in place at your contact center, and to give you an ongoing understanding of who your customers are and what your customers want. But it can easily be made more complete by initiating a co-browsing session with a customer. You've set up your customer experience using the information from your VOC, your analytics, and your usability studies. And your agent can draw from the information provided in your IR, your CRM, and your knowledge-based initiatives when they're talking to a customer. But without the ability to get an instant, real-time view into the customer's experience, these interactions are going to remain bogged down with conversation about what's on the screen. There's going to be a lot of dialogue back and forth to identify the issue that needs to be solved. And there will be uncertainty that the agent and the customer are truly on the same page. Risk here is slower call times, increased customer and agent frustration, and first contact resolution rates. Code is the final piece of the puzzle to ensure you have a complete understanding of your customer at all times. So browse. Let's look deep to what co-browsing technology can help you achieve. Exactly what's on a customer's screen when they call in or they start a chat with an agent. Questions can be solved faster. The answers are also more accurate, and first call resolution rates improve. But most importantly, customer satisfaction rates go up because customers truly appreciate being able to get their questions answered quickly and completely without having to explain in detail what the problem is, answer questions to the agent, and they are leaving the call less confident that the issue was truly resolved. With closing, customers leave the interaction satisfied and are satisfied that the agent understood the issue and that the agent solved it completely. Code can also have a huge impact on sales metrics. A browsing customer is a strongly engaged audience, and when an agent truly understands who this customer is, what needs, the opportunity to introduce additional products and services, being more sales and bigger order sizes. So it's experience that's very similar to in-store shopping. And finally, customer service is a differentiator. Co-browsing is still fairly new, although already being used by 20 to 25% of Fortune 100 companies, which I mentioned earlier. But the opportunity to differentiate your customer experience by offering to co-browse with customers. The benefit of browsing is the impact it can have on contact center operations. As customer environments evolve and new environments launch, your websites and your web tools behave very differently in various customer environments. Browsing gives your agents this instant visibility into the customer experience, no matter what device the customer is on, and the ability to capture information about the customer's environment automatically. And that's very helpful if they need to submit a bug report or drive process improvements, and just help the customer in general without having to maintain an understanding of how your website functions across operating systems and devices, since those continually change and evolve. It can also be utilized as a training tool with supervisors or new hires, or subject matter experts having the ability to join in a session and offer help as the agent provides help to a customer. So co-browsing completes this 360-degree view that you need of your customer by giving your agents a real-time view into the customer experience. Additionally, the co-browsing tool can function as another feedback capturing mechanism by matching both agent and customer surveys at the completion of a session, and to tie in with other analytics to understand the impact that co-browsing has on base customer service and sales metrics that you're measuring. Just a few stories from LiveLOOK customers about how co-browse has impacted their customer service initiatives. By far, customer satisfaction has been the metric most improved in the vast majority of our deployments. This can help you serve your customer better in their channel of choice, helping to build your relationships with those customers. Tower ranked Quick Loans #1 in customer satisfaction for the past 3 years, and Quicken Loans has been a LiveLOOK customer for the past 4 years. And while we obviously are not going to take credit for their excellent standing, we do know that the ability to co-browse has contributed to that level of customer satisfaction. Another one of our clients is a large global credit card company. They deployed our co-browse solution, within which they saw a 1/4 point increase on a 5-point CSAT scale. So they're pleased. A very large insurance company out on the West Coast who reported back that using co-browsing gave them an 85% reduction in their call handling time. And this was specific to a certain category of calls where customers were calling in having trouble navigating the website. So instead of spending a copious amount of time trying to ascertain where the customer was and where they needed to go, their agents the ability to just get that visual look into the customer experience and show them where they needed to go. And it took those calls down from upwards an hour at times, what they reported, down to just a few minutes. And increasing first contact resolution, Northrop Grumman Federal Credit Union deployed LiveLOOK Cobra ahead of a migration to a new online banking system, and reported once they were migrated, anytime a customer called in with questions or having trouble with the migration and they used co-browse to help, that 100% of those cases the issue was resolved. Through some considerations that you should keep in mind as you're looking at co-browse solutions for the company that you work with. Not all tools are created equal, and I'll just give an overview of the types of tools out there and what they can and can't do. What you want to make sure you have in your co-browse solution is an instant connection. It should be one click to connect, so just a button on your website, similar to what I showed you earlier. Asking customers to go off-site or access a link in their email or visit a specific URL, no matter how easy you think it is to communicate over the phone. We've seen deployments like this, and it can be very, very problematic. Asking your customers to search for a button or click a key combination to make one appear, also problematic. Asking customers to download a program, execute some software, or activate a plugin. These things that can maybe work in some use cases, or if you're a very small company with a very low call volume, or if you have a lot of time to work through getting your co-browse tool launched when you're on a call with the customer. But for big brands, the brands that we're typically working with, and with a more high volume contact center, you're definitely going to want a one-click on-site launch button that's easy to find and co-browsing very simple and fast. It also needs to work on all devices. A lot of people don't even use laptops or desktop computers anymore. So co-browsing has to work with tablets and mobile devices as well. and to have an easy to communicate session ID. I've seen tools out there that use passphrases for a connection, which is very frustrating scenario when you're communicating with customers who not share a native language with the customer service agent. A number system, in our experience, is the easiest way to connect with all types of customers. Again, the downloads, executables, and plugins issue, that not only slows down the connection time, but it can completely derail the connection entirely. Some corporate environments prohibit executables or software downloads entirely. So if your customer is currently at work or on a work machine and they can't get your co-browse tool to launch, or it's maybe during malware security warnings, it's wasted time now instead of saving it. One-click universal compatibility, that's the best-in-class connection model for co-browsing. Guide navigation is also important. So you want to either be able to move the customer's mouse cursor for him to show him where to click, or you want your agents to have a separate labeled mouse cursor for the same purpose. In some cases, you may also want your agents to have the ability to provide technical support, being mouse and keyboard control. And we don't have a lot of companies at LiveLOOK who use this level of control, but it's nice to have it as an option when looking at co-browse solutions. Our control access is customer approved, meaning the customer has to click OK on a pop-up window to allow the agent to have mouse and keyboard control. And this can definitely come in handy when a customer is having a technical issue related to the website. Agent access is also an important requirement. This can be helpful on a call with a customer where it's maybe necessary to add subject matter experts to the call, or third-party resources, or technical staff, or supervisors. Trainees can be added to the session to get first-hand experience solving customer issues and answering their questions and helping them find what they need on the website. It's important consideration when you're looking at co-browsing tools, and this is where LiveLOOK really shines. Privacy controls are of critical importance to almost every industry, and especially regulated industries like financial services and insurance. You need to be able to tightly control what your agents can and can't see on the customer screen, both for the customer's privacy and also to protect your agents from seeing anything that could be potentially offensive or inappropriate on the customer screen. Strong co-browse tool is going to allow you to set what content is viewable and what content is blocked, helping you to meet your industry's privacy rules and alleviating any customer concerns over privacy as well. Examples how you might want to set your privacy configuration. In this example, this is something that many of the co-browse solutions available today can achieve. Here you want your agents to be able to view your website. So no other websites, not on the customer's desktop, just your website content. But there's some pages on your website with private information that you don't want your agents to see, so those are blocked. So for example, the password recovery page. The customer navigates to this page or anything outside of your site, it is masked for privacy to the agent. And when the customer navigates back into the site pages that are okay to view, co-browsing resumes. Also that there are some forms on your site where the customer is going to be putting in a social security number or a card number, and you want to block out those sensitive fields on that form too. So you're letting your agents see only your web pages except some specific content you want to block, and the good setup, but it's not always sufficient. Example, private settings are expanded to include some other content that doesn't reside on your website. And this is something only LiveLOOK can do. Let's say, for example, that you're an insurance company. You want to keep all those website privacy settings from the last scenario, but you also need your agent to be able to view PDF documents with the customer. So you can go over plan documentation or claims in PDF format, something along those lines. I'm setting it up so agents can also view PDFs, not Excel and not Word, nothing else, just PDFs. Let's say that after a few weeks, it becomes apparent that a lot of customers are having trouble using site tools because their internet settings are incompatible. You can open it up so agents can also see the customer's internet settings window. Anything else in their control panel or on their desktop. Next to your website, PDFs, and the internet settings window. So let's say now that you have several partner sites that you need to be able to co-browse to, not just web pages on your own site. We can set those controls granularly, so we'll open up and include the web pages and domains that you need your agents to see, but nothing more. Agents can move off your website now to view those third-party resources, but if your customer navigates to their bank website or their Facebook page, the screen is masked for privacy again. Innovative with regards to co-browsing technology, and can't be done by any other solution. Other tools, the options are either to open up the customer's entire desktop for viewing, which is not only a big security concern, but that method also requires a significant amount of time to launch a session. The option is to co-browse only web pages that are tagged with a co-browsing JavaScript code, and that means only web pages you control. The options are unlimited. It can be configured and reconfigured in order to best meet the needs of your use case today and as it evolves over time. Summary of what LiveLOOK's code solution can do compared to other similar technologies. Without a download or executable, and we don't rely on plugins like Java to launch. And that's extremely important given the way that browsers change how they handle technologies like Java over time. Technology works on mobile devices and all customer environments. We don't require code on a page in order to enable co-browsing, and we can configure on-site security settings like field masking. Similar solutions, LiveLOOK doesn't lose synchronization when co-browsing rich media content like Flash, Silhouette, or even when pop-up windows appear. Solutions can be opened up to block or allow any content from other websites, and this is extremely important if you'll need to co-browse content that you can't place JavaScript code on, like a third-party site or partner site, or even just another area of your corporate site that you don't control. And we open it up to block or allow co-browsing of specific desktop applications, whether that's Microsoft Office applications or your installed corporate software. Have a customer who has an extremely popular iOS app that integrates with their running shoe. And when customers call in with questions or problems, those agents are able to co-browse the corporate website and the customer's iTunes window to help them configure settings and troubleshoot. And they'll be able to do this securely with any other co-browsing solution. I'm not sure if any of the organizations on the call today currently have their own mobile apps, but LiveLOOK can also be built directly into a native iOS app to enable co-browsing within the app on the iPhone, iPad, or iPod device. And we're working on Android compatibility as well. We expect to have that ready later this year. So to recap, browsing fills the gap in a company's standard customer service toolbox, solid understanding of the customer by creating a visual connection to customers and agents. Companies significantly improve their call handling times and first contact resolution rates, and many other contact center efficiencies and process improvements. So I will go Q&A and see if we got any questions. And Kyle, if you have any questions that came in via email, I'm sure those as well.
Thank you. Well, let's see. Yeah, we have a few that came in. Thank you, everybody, for submitting. Let's see. Does browsing only work for voice interactions, or can be used with chat as well?
Browsing does work very well with chat interactions. LiveLOOK actually has our own custom-built chat that is built to work extremely well, seamlessly with our co-browse, and we're also integrated into most of the leading chat solutions on the market today.
Let's see. You may have kind of touched on this, but maybe you can elaborate. How does a customer service rep initiate a co-browse session with a customer? Clarify that for us.
Sure. So typically, the sessions are initiated by the agent. That initiation. Sometimes the customer will come across the co-browse button on their own and click it and want to be helped that way. And in those cases, that's where it's helpful to have the appropriate customer service phone number right on those engagement windows. But in almost all cases, it's the agent who's already speaking to a customer, and the agent identifies that this is a scenario in which co-browsing would speed the call up or allow the agent to better help the customer. And so the agent will suggest it, and he'll say something like, it would be great, I could see your screen. That would allow me to help you faster. If you click that Live Expert button down in the right-hand corner and give me the code, I'll be able to see your screen on our website and nothing else. Something along those lines.
Okay. Good. Boy, this is a big question. Do agents typically ready to adopt this? Their resistance to employ a new technology?
That's a great question, and we've gotten that question before. Agents love co-browsing. We have one customer, and this is one of my favorite testimonials from a customer. The customer said if I took away co-browsing, there would be an uproar in our customer service department. I think that really speaks to the fact that this is a valuable tool for agents. It gives them the tools they need to better their goals and the metrics that they're being measured on. If agents are being measured on their first contact resolution rates, they're going to love this tool. If they're being measured on their call handling time, they're absolutely going to love to use this tool. It's seconds just to start a session up, but you save minutes and minutes by eliminating the need to have a conversation about what's on the screen. It's that type of a phone call. I know that they can just co-browse instead of asking all those questions. They'll do that, and it's going to help their performance metrics. So yeah, we've seen that agent adoption is very strong.
And last question, you touched on this, but perhaps you could elaborate for this questioner. How much control do we have over what the launch button looks like?
Great question as well. LiveLOOK, for our product, we give a great deal of control over what the launch point looks like every step of the way. So it can be configured to tight match the look and feel of your website. Messaging is all configurable to communicate exactly what you need to communicate for your use case.
And that's all questions that came in to me. Any that you just received through the chat?
No, I think that is it for today. So I just wanted to thank everybody for logging in and listening. Again, we did record today, so we'll package this up and send it out in an email. And if any other questions come up between now and then, please feel free to email Kyle and I, and we will get back to you to answer any questions that you have, or if you'd like to schedule a demo, we'd be happy to do that as well.
Thank you, buddy, and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.